there is nothing wrong with most people. The fact that they haven't had a chance to learn this is what is holding them back. Especially if you have aspirations to grow into a senior role, then you have to understand that these two factors are going to make a bigger difference to your career than all of the certifications and the MBAs and all of that. And that is one, learning how to manage others effectively, how to get great performance out of other people. And two, understanding the 20-80 rule, in what 20% core responsibilities of your job cannot be outsourced or delegated.
Your career is like a living, breathing organism, and building great careers requires nurturing them with strategic guidance. Hi, my name is Sawan Kapoor, and I'm India's leading career coach, also known as the Career Guy. Welcome to the Career Headquarters. Most comprehensive career podcast on the internet, where I will bring you groundbreaking insights on everything career related. Whether you're seeking a career abroad or wanting to switch industries, whether you are entry level or a mid-career professional or a senior leader, I have seen it all. As an award-winning CEO of one of the largest and most profitable beverage alcohol companies, my career spanned 3 continents, multiple industries, and provided me with an accelerated roadmap to the very top. So if you want to build an exceptional career and 3x your paycheck, this podcast is for you.
Welcome to today's episode of Career Headquarters, the most comprehensive career podcast. Hi Sawan, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Deepa?
I'm good as well.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about why professionals need a career coach.
All right.
Okay, to begin with, who is a career coach and what's the difference between a career counselor and a career coach?
Who is a career coach? Well, there are several ways to define this. But I tend to favor that, a career coach is someone who can help you diagnose what is holding you back in your career. What are the limitations that are holding you back? And they have the strategy and the methods to be able to then move you past those limitations. They will address both areas, personal development as well as career development. In fact, I think and I feel very strongly about this, that the road to career development is paved with personal development. So they must themselves have a tremendous amount of real world career experience. They must have achieved a very superlative career themselves. And they have to have the demonstrated ability to be able to help you produce meaningful results. All of this takes a certain amount of, career experience and life experience, and, being able to deal with different kinds of stresses and pressures, building relationships, creating influence, managing through a downturn or an economic recession, handling politics at various levels within an organization. So, you have to have walked that journey successfully to be able to impart that journey successfully. That's what I would say is a career coach. The difference between a career coach and a career counselor is a career counselor is somebody that one encounters more in their collegiate education. Somebody when you're coming out of college to help you understand what would be a good career choice, how that career path may unfold. So that typically happens at that level where they, attempt to align your unique individuality with an appropriate career choice. But again, I think it leaves a lot to be desired, which is why, the reality of what people experience in their careers can very often be a misaligned career. They'll end up choosing something that is not true to the core of who they are. So I think it leaves a lot to be desired at this point. Back in my day, it used to be simple aptitude tests. I think it goes a little deeper now, but it's still not where it needs to be. Yeah.
Okay. So anyone on LinkedIn can see that the career coaching space is booming right now. And there are coaches who are helping people at C-level jobs. And then there are coaches helping mid-career professionals. And there are coaches helping entry-level professionals. So what are your thoughts on this?
The career coaching space is definitely opening up. People are beginning to realize the value of being engaged formally with a career coach. That said, I think because this is a unregulated industry, a lot of people who are great at marketing also come into the fray. So if you are a CXO level coach and you haven't been a CXO yourself, then you're trying to teach someone something that is fundamentally outside of your experience.
Yes.
And the same with mid-career coaches. What happens after the mid-career phase? So, you don't get a gold medal for climbing to the middle of the mountain. You get a gold medal for climbing to the top of the mountain. And for all intents and purposes, you may be helping someone solve a problem in their mid-career stage and bring some temporary relief, but you may be leading them down a path from where climbing to the very top may be actually more difficult. So you cannot give what you don't have. From that perspective, a coach must really earn the right in your eyes to be able to qualify that they can help you and they can guide you build a career with true strategic intent.
Got it. So do you think all working professionals require a career coach, or is it more useful for professionals facing certain situations, such as someone who is underpaid, someone who is not appreciated in the organization, someone dealing with office politics?
Well, let me answer this in this way. See, is it easier to raise a child to be a mentally balanced individual, or is it easier to repair a dysfunctional adult?
Definitely the former.
Right? So, the success that one has in their career and in one's life is a function over time, right? So, that is to say that the greater the progress that you can make, measurable progress that you can make over the shortest period of time, that will determine the trajectory, right? Now, of course, this success has to be sustainable. It cannot just be that very quickly you touched success, but you're not able to sustain that success. So, and unfortunately, how to be able to accelerate this journey and the fundamentals of building your career with strategic intent, this is not something that is taught in the formal system of education. So, therefore, almost everyone is going to need a career coach. And you have, they help with both of these situations. One, where you have the opportunity to build a great career from the very beginning. And also to repair a career that has gone off track. So I would say that, engaging and understanding what a career coach brings to the table today is not a optional event anymore. It's become much more mandatory because you're going to spend more time at the office than you do with your family. So, the majority of your waking hours are going to go into the pursuit of some form of economic activity to be able to run the economic engine of your life. So, you better be in a career that is fulfilling and that is highly rewarding and yet offers you some semblance between your personal and professional life.
Very well said. So how can a professional build a great career from the beginning?
To answer the question, how to build a great career from the beginning, you need to understand and bring this into your awareness that there are 6 stages associated with a full career, and each stage has a mandate. And it's a broad to narrow process. So, you have to get a previous stage right to move on to the next stage. Otherwise, a stage will not let you, break through to the next step in the ladder. So the sooner you get started in understanding what it's going to take to build a beautiful career, an exceptional career, the better the position you will be in. And because it is not addressed in the formal system of education, it's very important to ingrain these things because, as I said, today it is not a choice.
Yes.
For most people, it is a necessity. And, if you look at the statistics from the Department of Labor and Human Resources in India, you'll see that on average, white-collared workers, skilled workers, are going to be associated with 17 distinct opportunities over the course of their 30 to 40-year career. That's not 17 companies. That's 17 different roles and opportunities that they'll be associated with. Some more, some less. So if you don't know what it takes to get into the right opportunity at the right level of salary, with the right kind of work-life balance, with the right kind of, professional satisfaction, then, you're not equipped to fight a war where you are already present. So that's the challenge there.
So you work with a lot of working professionals. So what are the common problems that you see in the job market?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of different pain points that people, come with. Of course, I think being underappreciated or under-recognized is a big one. We see that a lot. Being underpaid is another big one. People feel that they're not making the kind of money to fulfill their financial obligations and responsibilities in life. Of course, a lot of people are unemployed, so they are actively looking for the right opportunity. And then there's a special category of a lot of people being underemployed, where their head and their heart is not in the game anymore because they don't have any meaning or purpose in their work. So we see a lot of this. In addition to this, a lot of the concerns that senior professionals have is that, they are now at a higher age. They have not upskilled themselves in the way they should have. It happens a lot in a lot of functions like IT and operations and, functions that require a technical component. So they feel that they are at an age where, nobody will give them the best opportunities. Or they have some kind of a previous black spot on their resume. They've been fired. They've done a lot of job hopping. It could be that they have an employment gap. They took a break for some reasons and they don't know how to explain all of that in an interview. It could be that they don't understand interviewing. They get selected, but they're never able to break through. And like I was referring to earlier, it could be skill issues. It could be you cannot break through even though you're talented because you have not been able to demonstrate the certification or the merit. You haven't upskilled yourself appropriately. A lot of professionals want to switch careers. They got misaligned somewhere in the first 3 stages and they feel that they want to move to a different industry or a different business function. And again, there is a method to do that. Or they faced office politics. They're overworked, facing a lot of pressure because of their professional life, burnt out, stressed. And they don't know how to, climb to senior roles. So these are some fairly common pain points that, I notice in the post-pandemic market of today. And again, I was talking about this earlier, I think, or maybe I was talking about it in another podcast that, there is nothing wrong with most people. The fact that they haven't had a chance to learn this is what is holding them back.
Yes.
So, especially if you have aspirations to grow into a senior role, then you have to understand that these 2 factors are going to make a bigger difference to your career than all of the certifications and the MBAs and all of that. And that is one, learning how to manage others effectively, how to get great performance out of other people, and two, understanding the 20-80 rule in what 20% core responsibilities of your job cannot be outsourced or delegated. Those are the ones that should have the most profound impact on the financial performance of the company. So I think these two factors need to be recognized because they are going to create more meaningful progress in an individual's career than any AI or big data or machine learning or any of those other certifications will. That's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. These are some of the common pain points and challenges we see.
All right. So how can a career coach help with all these problems? What does the career coach do?
I think I was alluding to this earlier where, a career coach will work on both sides, career strategies specific to your unique situation as well as your personal development. In fact, they'll work first on your personal development to make sure that the foundation is aligned. And the best way to think about your personal development is imagine a graph, an x-axis and a y-axis. Now, one axis is what you know about yourself and what you don't know about yourself. And the other axis is what others know about you and what others don't know about you. All right. So that's the spectrum of the two axes. So if you look at the box of what is known to yourself about you and what is known to others about you, that is what is called your open self. That is in your cognition and in the cognition of others who know you, right? Then there is an area called the blind self. So this is something that is known to others about you, but it is not known to you yourself. You are unable to see this. These are your blind spots. So that's why it's called the blind self. The third area is your hidden self. So this is what is known to you, but you hide it from others. You don't want others to know this about yourself. And the fourth area is your unknown self, which is not known to you and it's not known to others. So a career coach will help you fix what you need to fix in your open self, problems that are visible and are in your cognition and in the cognition of people who know you. They will help you understand your blind spots in your blind self, because this is things that are sabotaging your career and your life, but you are unable to spot them. And then with regard to your hidden self, they will help you understand how to deal with your hidden self and how to minimize your hidden self so you can achieve a level of congruency where who you are is who you are being in the world. There isn't a lot of emotional trauma, baggage, scarring, all of that you're carrying, which typically occurs in the hidden self. And then the fourth area is the unknown self, what you don't know about yourself and neither do others. So they help you understand what lives in that unknown space. They have the tools and techniques to be able to help you understand what may exist there and how to use it to your benefit. So that would be the personal development side. And beyond that, they would help you apply custom career strategies. For example, our framework, the SPT model. So that is really, it's not a one size fits all. Each company you're targeting is different and each individual using the model is different, right? So it has to be customized to specific industries, specific careers, specific functions and individuals. And they'll help you tap into the published job market and even the unpublished job market, the job market that you cannot see. See, there are fundamentally three sides to your career. They say two sides to a coin. I say three sides to a coin. And heads is represented by your salary, what you will make. Tails is represented by the professional fulfillment that you achieve. But there is also the edge of the coin. And that edge of the coin is your work-life balance. So engaging with a career coach, you will be able to accelerate all three of these sides. So that is in essence what a career coach will bring to the table.
All right. So if a working professional wants to work with a career coach, what do they need to look for? in the career coach?
Well, the career coach needs to earn the right in your eyes, right? So they must themselves have had a great career and be able to produce repeatable excellence in the careers of others. And the career space is very measurable. So, they must be able to produce a significant and rapid increase in the pay that you take home, in the work-life balance that you have, in the professional fulfillment that you achieve, the career roadmap that you will develop. And if they have not walked that journey themselves, they're not going to be able to teach you about that journey meaningfully. So it's not just about their content. Their content needs to be leading edge. It needs to be relevant today, and it needs to be, it needs to lead to those outcomes of excellence. But also the delivery of that content needs to happen in a manner where it lands for impact. So I would say these are the three things: great career themselves, repeatable success, which comes through phenomenal content and phenomenal delivery. And the third thing would be that the content should be leading edge, and the results should be repeatable for one and all. So that's what I would look for in a career coach.
All right. With that, we've come to the end of this episode. So if someone wants to work with you, enroll in your courses, get career coaching from you, what do they need to do?
Attend the masterclass. Just attend we typically have it on a Saturday, so sometimes on a Sunday. Attend the masterclass. It's a 4-hour session where you will really come to understand how this system can accelerate your career and to a great degree even your life. In a short 4 hours, you come to understand that complete framework, which gives you the ability to then take a decision. Do you want to take that journey forward or not?
All right. Thank you so much. See you
Welcome.
in the next episode.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Career Headquarters, the most comprehensive career podcast dedicated to building exceptional careers. If you enjoyed this conversation, please share this with someone you think would benefit from the ideas and the insights shared on this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the show on Spotify, Apple, Google, Overcast, Castro, or Breaker. If you want to learn more about building an extraordinary career for yourself, I invite you to come attend my free Power Up Your Career live workshop. In this workshop, I will teach you the step-by-step process of landing your dream job in less than 90 days. The link to register is in the description below, and I will see you live at the workshop.